Yo, what is going on, boys? Welcome back to the Stefan Tells podcast. Today is episode 4. I am very excited to bring another brand new high quality production to you guys. We're just going to jump straight into this, talking about how we did trading today. I unfortunately got bent over, if you will. Stopped out on multiple setups that I would have rated over an A rating. I said in my recap, I think I gave one trade an A plus and my other trade an A. And I got stopped out on both, unfortunately, but it happens, I'm not tripping about it. And yeah, how'd you do today?
How much are you down today?
I want to say I'm 370 per account, right? Because my losses are 180 per loss times 2 is 360. Sorry, times 3 is $1,080 after fees, probably like $1,100 altogether.
Well, I am down $13,000 today, and that is a lot. But we're still at $5,000 on the week overall, so I'm not really too upset. What I'm gonna do tomorrow is going into Friday. I was supposed to be done trading today. If I have 4 green days in a row, I'm just gonna stop trading. That was my plan. Unfortunately, didn't come out. We took a 50-point loss on a really, 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 really good trade. I'm very upset. Habibi took the same exact trade as me. He got stopped at as well. He had like a $60,000 red day. But took a really good trade, got stopped out. It is what it is. I am now, again, I'm at 5,000. What I'm going to do tomorrow isn't that's going to be my limit. I'm going to be able to trade with $5,000. I can't go over that number. And if I end up hitting that number, then it's okay because I'll be at break even on the weekend. That'd be much better than being down. I don't want to go up that much and then ended up being down the week. That is just a horrible plan. But being up 5,000 still, I'm doing good. Again, I had green days Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, so I'm trading great. That trade we took today that we lost on was amazing. Just didn't go our way. Big picture, I was right on the bias, but just got stopped out. Unfortunately, trend just came in a little bit too bearish. We took longs on a pre-market low that rejected. Ended up having a nice candle close to the upside, rejecting the previous, and we took a really good trade and it didn't play out. But we're going to be talking about prop firms just for a little bit. We're going to open it up. I think we should do a little bit of some questions first. What do you think? How was your experience looking at the questions and comments from
Oh, I
yesterday?
mean, we definitely had a lot after last episode, that's for sure. So
Yeah.
we can take a look at those. But real quick, yeah, my trades just, man, Steph's got me thinking about them now. Great setups, and just goes to show, like,
That's all that matters.
as long as
Outcome
if
doesn't
it's a
matter.
great setup, I don't care that I lost 2 trades today. Does it suck? Yeah, but it's
We
what can
can't
you
do
do? You can't have
anything about
what I
that.
said on my TikTok. No trader has 100% win rate. It's part of the game. So, but we can definitely read off some because there was a lot after the last video. So
Someone said, y'all for real exposing the trading space. Love it for real. People need to open their eyes. That's not really my goal, and I've always tried to stay out of the way. And again, I don't want to keep talking about this man, but the guy we talked about on the podcast yesterday, we were pretty cool. And then I just found out what was going on, and I just can't, with my platform, just not be able to speak on it. It was just crazy. But that's not our goal, is to expose people. I
no,
want to make this a positive
I don't
place.
think exposing is the right word.
It's like you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes type thing. If you really are going to go out and do something like that, how horrible that is, and just take advantage of people, I just don't think it's good. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I just I don't think exposing is the right word because it's not really anything that's kind of necessarily super unknown. If that makes sense, but
Blur said, "Deadass, the greatest community in the world. I have so much fun every day in the lives and just talking to everyone in member chat. Y'all truly changing my life, Blur. I love you, bro. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, and I feel like we're in a good spot. So we don't
that's
we
one
don't
thing is like it's just more it's very community. Like even we had I forget what his name is. We had one guy. He was like, it was his birthday today. If you're watching, bro, by the way, very happy birthday to you. But he was like, he came in there. He's like, I feel like I made so many friends in here. But I feel like that's what it's really all about. It's more than just it's more than just a trading Discord where we live stream every morning. It really feels like a big family truly, and it's super dope.
exactly. My position is always to put myself in the best place, even in my spot as someone who considers himself as running the Discord. I think I'm in an amazing place, so there's nothing I need to change. His name was Mozamil Trades. Happy birthday, bro.
Yeah.
He sent us a very nice happy birthday. A lot of people, obviously, he said it's my birthday today. Just want to thank you guys. The community means the world to me, and I couldn't ask for a better group of people to be a part of. Making friends has always been a challenge for me, but through this space, I've not only formed meaningful friendships, but also learned so much from each and every one of you. Bro, I'm so proud of you. Obviously, going out of your way to get into something like this is obviously very It takes a big step. So I'm so happy, and I hope you had an amazing birthday. And this year, man, I hope you can take as much advantage of it, and I will probably do as much as I possibly can to help you get to exactly where you want to be. But hey, it's gonna take a lot out of you. What's your opinion on that? Like people joining mentorships and thinking that it's just gonna change their lives. Like I think it's a lot of self application. You
Oh
know,
yeah, for sure. I mean, it goes back to like you can lead a horse to water, you can't
exactly.
force it to drink. You can provide the most valuable information in the world, but at the end of the day, it's still up to that person to actually apply that information, apply all the things they're learning, apply all the things that we're teaching them. I feel like a lot of people might have this misconception, like, oh, I'm gonna join this Discord, I'm gonna wake up tomorrow, there's gonna be a fucking $1 million in my bank account. Like you still have to work. It's the purpose is to help you expedite your journey, right? And try to make it as easy for you as possible, but there is still a lot of work that you are going to have to put in, yourself.
Yeah, and we were kind of talking about this at the gym today. Like we were working out, we did arms today. We actually didn't get any pre-workout, which was kind of a shocker for us. Tells it's usually
Very
pumping
rare
400
non pre
milligrams
workout
of beta
workout.
alanine and caffeine every day to have that boost. And that's exactly what you could kind of apply a mentorship as. It's like remember how I literally told you I need something to just like start me, and
Yeah.
that's pre-workout. And I think that's a really good thing to think of as like a mentorship. Is you just need something to get you going,
I mean,
but it's up
especially
to you to have a
especially
good
the first,
workout.
like when you're first starting to get into anything brand new, it's so hard because like you don't. It's very especially trading or just any online business. I feel like, you don't really have. You're kind of your whole life going through school. You have someone kind of telling you what to do, right? Kind of
Exactly.
leading you on the
And now
path.
you're
Like
the
your
boss.
teachers, you have them. You have kind of just like an outline of like what you're supposed to do, and now you're kind of just like, oh, I want to do this, but I have no one to give me that outline. I have no one to kind of show me, or kind of clear the pathway up a little bit for me. And that's the purpose that what the Discord for and everything is to kind of make it a little less overwhelming at first and just help you to take that first step because the first step in anything is always the hardest for sure.
And I think that's why a lot of people fail. And I've been on video multiple times saying this is like what he just said. Every space you've ever been, school, job, whatever, you always have someone over you telling you what to do, doing all this stuff. You're not supposed to be a CEO of a company at 20, 19, 18, 17 years old when people get into trading and stuff. And now you are the CEO of your trading career. And people bash on mentorship and stuff, but I think it's super important. And again, I don't care where you get mentored, but it's really good to have that person over you, kind of holding you accountable because when you don't have someone holding you accountable and even yourself, you're going to end up losing. And that's why people
And
lose
being
so
able to
much.
just be in a community where you can talk to other people who have the same goals, same kind of mindset as you is just so helpful because you can get insight from these other people. Just, talk to them. It helps so much and it helps you feel like you're not completely alone. And, when you are struggling, there's also other people who are also struggling, who are in that same position as you. You can bounce ideas off each other. It's just it's helpful to have a community, helpful to have mentors, in my opinion, for anything you do.
Yeah, and this is a great another thing analogy because I've been again grew up playing football. I took it very seriously. I don't ever do anything, especially like that, where I'm putting in constant work, working out 4 times a day. Pretty much dedicated my whole sophomore and junior year life to football. I didn't play it just for fun. I played it because I wanted to go to college for it. I wanted to take it seriously. Like there was always a dream of me. I love playing football. But it's a lot of work behind closed doors. Same thing as trading. A lot of work. A lot of you pretty much have to base your whole life around it. And there's guys in the locker room that kind of are motivators or leaders, and there's the team guys. There's coaches that act like that, push you nonstop, always yelling at you. And it's all out of love. It's all out of spite for you to succeed. But something like trading, where you have to put in all this work, all this stuff, and then the lights come on, and you have nobody kind of getting you motivated, no one pushing you. When things get bad, it's just kind of it's the end of the road. It seems like, and that's a really big problem. You have to be really self confident, and a lot of people aren't because when money gets involved, everything kind of blows down, and then plus everybody online is making millions of
It's very
dollars. It
easy to
seems
give up.
like,
I would have given up trading 10 times over if it wasn't for the community and you and Habibi now too. Like
and
you
that
know,
was the thing too. Is I lost every dollar I had trading when I first started out trading options, and it got to the point of me where I literally could not lose anymore. Like I lost everything, everything. So at that point, it kind of got. I was so beat up and I was so dead. At that point, I was like, why would I quit now? I have nothing to lose at this point. And it really gave me the opportunity to bounce back. And I really hope that that's not what it takes out of people to have that, like that moment of, just perseverance. But
Sometimes you kind of need it though. It
no,
kind of gives you
100%.
like a yeah.
It's one of my most valuable times in my life was, and now of course, but during that time it felt like the world was going to end and I was just going to be a bum. And luckily everything played out, but it's extremely, extremely hard to manage your brain and just be able to tell yourself everything is okay, especially again when money gets involved. But that this tailors perfectly into our next subject, and tells you can kind of start with this because I obviously believe I'm one of the best in the game for this, but what is the best, I guess, information or just experience you have trading with prop firms, how to pass prop firm accounts, how to chase profits on prop firm accounts, and actually, how to get the most out of them, with your experience. Just talk about your experience.
So in
Just
the last couple of evals that I've gone,
bring your mic up.
um I haven't gone for an eval in a while, but the last like two that I have were seamless. I think I passed them in 3 days. Now, the thing is, like, I used to de-risk myself a lot on them, but these last two, I think I talked about it. I got like accidentally billed for them because I forgot to cancel them. Ended up passing them in 3 days because I was just trading them with like one or two minis. So I was slightly over leveraging on them, which I don't think is a horrible thing to do. I don't know if that sounds bad that I am saying you guys it's not wrong to over leverage your evals just so that you can get on the live account quicker because
I agree with you.
I used to preach that you should trade your evals the exact same way as your live accounts, which I do partially agree with, but also it's like, once when you're on the evals, like it's not really as serious, and the ones that I wasn't taking as serious is where I when I was doing the best, and the same thing goes for the live accounts. I've talked about this before. It's very ironic because it's the only thing I've ever done in my life where kind of the less serious I take it, the better I do. It's a very hard concept to grasp because, like I said, nothing I've ever done in my entire life has had that kind of inverse relationship, and it's a very foreign feeling. Especially, I feel like a lot of people can probably relate to that. Um, but yeah, I mean, evals, I don't think there's anything wrong with over leveraging on them.
Okay,
And you're one, he is someone who used to tell me to do that. And I was always like, no, dude, I'm not gonna. I always used to say that Habibi and you were like the angel and the devil on my shoulder. Cause Habibi would always say, no, dude, trade it exactly as you would trade your live account. And then you would be like, bro, just like not full port, but you'd be like, it's fine to use like three minis in one trade. And then I did, and I started I started the two that I just passed in a couple of days.
were you over leveraging?
Yeah, fuck
Okay,
yeah.
of course. Well, yeah, because again, I'm not one of those guys that will mentor you and give you this optimistic profit chase look. I'm real, bro. If something's wrong, we always fight in the gym over stupid stuff. Like I'll say it to you, and maybe it's not the stuff you want to hear, but that's how things happen. Your brain starts fueling. Maybe you give me some input back, I give you some input. It depends on your situation. If you're new to trading, you've been trading within the first year, I don't suggest you to do it. But for me, as someone who is in my position financially, I will over leverage on my evals. And doesn't mean my trades are any different, just my position size changes. But I hope you guys understand my position on over leveraging on my evals because I don't have the patience to trade on an eval for a week or 2 weeks to pass it. It's just not how I operate. I really push myself on the live accounts, and I have enough funds to worry about maybe I lose one or two. But the main thing here is I have the experience, and eventually you will too. It's not worth it for me, and you'll get in this position eventually to take super patience time with it because it's you don't need to. And I would just say you don't need to have a bunch of funded accounts right away. Maybe you get one and you rock with it. And I've said another thing you can do, again, if you have the money, it's all about your finances. And it doesn't matter the situation. And I don't know, no plug, but Apex just dropped the sale. I think I'm gonna go for. I think I'm gonna go for it
Oh yeah,
all.
80%.
I know
I
I might
saw
have to do a
yeah,
little live
80%
stream.
off.
There was a dude. Someone messaged me the other day. I went live on TikTok, because everybody thinks I'm a fraud, whatever. Went on TikTok and passed a 50K eval live in an hour. Took like 8 trades, went like 7-1, all live in one session. I have it on my TikTok somewhere clipped up, bro. But it's just, and I was using 2 minis, and that's not it. 2 minis is not that bad. I was just scalping the 15 second, and I did really well. And I feel great, man. There's nothing wrong with it as long as you have the experience. And again, in my position, I've been doing this for a long time. I'm very comfortable with how I trade. I'm very strategic with my entries. doesn't matter, man. And it's all fake money. A lot of people like to beat themselves up, having red days, whatever. I lost $13,000 today. Whoopsie. Well, it's not my money. I mean, it is, but it's not, coming out of my bank account. But the main thing here is what you guys should really focus on when you're trying to pass more funded accounts. It's all about drawdown. It's all about losing money on trades when you're in drawdown. When you get in drawdown, things get crazy. This is where the emotions come in because, again, this is a rigged game. They want you to lose. That's one of my big things with I did want to start a prop firm for a while because they can be very lucrative as owners. While you can still, there's two sides of the coins. You only make money when the people that use it lose. That's the biggest problem. The other side of the coin is you're giving people opportunity to use capital to make money. So it's like a double-edged sword of good and bad. I would say mostly towards it's bad. The person we talked about yesterday did get a prop firm, and I kind of have a problem with that because his face was plastered all over it, and it was very clearly his prop firm. If I ran a prop firm, it would have definitely been more kind of backdoor, more kind of behind closed doors me working, and that's not to cover up my identity or anything, but I wouldn't target my fans and followers. I don't have fans, actually. I just have people that follow me. I don't want to target the people that follow me specifically like that person did because majority of them are not going to be able to make money on the funded accounts, and then that comes down to I'm only profiting when they lose, correct? There's no way
Yeah.
that prop firms make money when you make money. So it's this really kind of bad thing that you're just taking advantage of people that, again, got you in the position you're in. So I decided that I no longer want to do that. Maybe I'll do it down the line, but
Yeah, going back, this is a thought I just had in my brain sitting on making sure I didn't forget it. But going back to the over leveraging thing, so I haven't lost of like a live or I guess funded account in months, right? Like going on 3 months, I have been on like live accounts and I haven't blown them. And prior to this, to this time period, I was blowing them. And now why I'm saying I feel comfortable kind of, whatever you consider over leveraging on these eval accounts is because I'm so confident now that when I get these evals turned into PA accounts or express accounts, whatever you want to call them, that I'm not going to lose them, right? I think for new traders, if they pass an eval account, at least this is how it went for me. Anytime I passed an eval account, it was partially luck and I would end up blowing it within 2 weeks or less. 2 weeks or less guaranteed. But now I feel like I'm so 100% confident in the fact that if I over leverage and kind of just say like fuck it, I'm just gonna try to full port the eval and load it in one trade just to get on the live account, that I'm not gonna do that on the live account, and I'm so confident I'll be able to keep it and potentially and keep trading on it, make money, and potentially earn a payout. But I feel like that's one thing because I don't know, I've blown at least 10 live accounts at probably 50 evals easily.
you see now with your experience that you have the ability to turn off
That switch where I'm
yes.
just like I'm be willing to admit when I buy an eval, I'm gonna fucking gamble that bitch low key.
Okay. Well, please and tell us you've had plenty of experience on a prop firm, correct?
Yes.
So please don't do that within your first couple, especially until you get a couple live accounts. Don't do that. You need the experience. But again, for someone in his position, he's been doing it for a while.
Yeah,
He
but that's
has
what I'm
past
saying. Like
accounts.
back when I would trade them slow and then, or if I would just pass them, I would blow the live account literally the next day. But it's that different now where I'm confident in the fact that I'm not going to do that and I'm going to treat it differently.
Yes.
Is what I'm saying.
And obviously, you risk more. You pay to play, and if you blow the account, you blow the account, and you deserve it. I just would not recommend that to anybody within a year or two of their first couple funded accounts. It's just a bad thing to set up. You shouldn't have this kind of idea that you have to make a bunch of money. How long you think you've been trading on funded accounts? Like almost 2 years now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And a lot
At
of people
least.
think that they in their first. A lot of people that come up to me like, bro, I just blew my first funded account. I'm like, brother, that's what's
I
supposed
had
to
someone
happen.
DMing me on Discord the other day, forget who, and I think it was Geo Jitsu. I don't if you're watching.
Shout out Gio.
Yeah, shout out to you, bro. But he was like, it was like one of his first accounts, and he was like really upset that he blew it. I was like, bro, I don't think I even passed my first one until like my 12th or 13th one, and then when I got the live account, it was gone by the end of the week.
See, and that's the thing. Like you guys have to have some sort of realistic approach on this. You're not just gonna pass your first eval and then get a payout on your first funded account. It doesn't work like that. It's gonna take some time. And when I got first introduced to funded accounts, I was told just blow the first one. Just you need to get the experience because there's rules that are set up that you don't have anywhere else, and it's just going to lead to you messing up your false reality, and you're just going to dig this really big ditch in your brain, and it's just going to lead to constant failure. You need to kind of pat yourself on the back the fact that you even are taking positive trades on these funded accounts. And this is the next topic I want to talk about that's really going to change people's mindset on how they trade on funded accounts. And we say a lot of the time 50K accounts are the way to go. They're usually the best drawdown to profit goal ratio.
Mathematically, they are the quote easiest
Yes.
to get to pass.
You have the most drawdown and the smallest, I guess, reward or profit goal compared to each other. And they're relatively cheaper, and it's kind of like that the movies, man. You know how like the large will be just a little bit more than
No, I
the
talked
small?
about this in my vlog because I was
Really?
at Starbucks and I bought a grande, and then as I was pulling out, I saw that the venti was 20 cents more.
Yeah.
And that's what it's marketing because it's a ploy. The medium is like
Right.
it's
So
just to
that
make
they
the
want you to get the 150K,
yeah.
they want you to get the 200K because it's giant, it's a lot of money, whatever. But it's a lot harder to make that much money on an account. And your rules will obviously come into play with all that extra money you have to deal with. But this is the problem: is people will get a $50,000 account and they'll see, oh, I only got to make 3,000, 4,000 on it. That's easy. When in reality, you don't have a $50,000 account. You have a $2,000 account. You lose the account if you lose $2,000. That is all you have to work with. So when people try to make 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 a day, bro's telling me I made 3,000, 2,500, 1,800 a day, you are just setting yourself up for horrible, horrible things. Like how much you make today? 100, 300 bucks?
Yeah, and I'm fine.
Like,
It's
or
because
down?
people you see the number, you're like 50,000,
That's
and you
nothing.
compare your profit to the 50,000. You're
Yes.
like oh, I only made $200 on my 50K account. But like if that was zero, which it essentially is, and you saw then it went from 0 to 200, I bet you'd feel a hell of a lot better about it.
Exactly. You have a $2,000 account in most scenarios, 2,000 or 2,500 depending on the prop firm, and that's just not.
It's all in your head.
Yeah,
Like,
it's all things they do to make you lose.
yeah, they make money from you losing, so they make it as hard as they can to make money for you because prop firms lose money when they have to pay out profitable traders.
Yes. And this is also something that, and it's a horrible analogy, and this has nothing to do with a casino compared to a prop firm, but the casino has house leverage just like a prop firm does, and they'll do stuff to mess with your psychology. They'll hand out drinks for free. They won't put windows in the casino.
You know that also one thing I heard, there's no 90-degree turns in a casino. Like a 90-degree wall like this. There's
Why?
no, because when you are in the casino, or not really anywhere, when you say I'm walking right out here and I turn left, I'm making a subconscious decision in my brain to turn left. So I'm like consciously or subconsciously like making a decision. So by there only being like smooth walls like this, you're kind of just like flowing with it, and your brain is not fully like on. Like someone said it's that guy that has all the tattoos that was like banned from a bunch of casinos in Vegas. He said it, and it was really interesting, but that was a little off
but
topic.
see how they do a bunch of subconscious things
Exactly.
to make themselves.
And it's like you would never think, I would never be like, oh, the casino is made so that there's no 90-degree turns so that it doesn't make me think
but
about it.
anything
Like,
that they can do
it's
to
there.
leverage themselves are going to do it.
Oh yeah, because
within
it's how
legal
they,
limits.
it's their business model. And
all these prop firms do the same exact thing, and it's not a bad thing. Prop firms are great. Prop firms are the best thing that's ever happened to the space. They're giving people and traders ways to not have to worry about putting their money in the markets. And anybody that says prop firms are bad, whatever, that's just not true. The fact that you guys don't have to risk your own money, especially newer people, it's an extremely important tool. But again, any tool like that has so much opportunity has just as much opportunity to literally kill you. So it's just one of those things. Again, they're going to use everything that they can legally do to make sure they make money, just like everything else. It's a business for them, and we have the opportunity, and they have the house leverage. So all these things are put together, and yeah, we did our prop firm rankings the other day, and honestly, there's no right prop firm. There
I don't
really
even
isn't.
think I would put one's certain ones above the other. It's all preference, really. I think.
Yeah, it
too.
really just comes
Like,
down to like personal, I guess, achievements. But the problem is again, people just love blowing through them. They love getting right to the live account, and then that stuff transfers over, that gambling kind of mentality right over to the live account. But again, you have to have the experience. You have to have be in the position like us to be able to to do that. And I don't recommend you guys over leverage. I would say you guys take it even slower. But the main thing, like I just said, think of the account. The size of your account is how much drawdown you have. It doesn't matter how much the quote you bought it for. If you buy a $50,000 account and you have 2,000 in drawdown, you have a $2,000 account. You do not need to make 50%, 100% on your account every day. If you shoot for over $200 to $500 a day, do the math. In the long term, you are going to roll in
Yeah,
dough, and that gives you
I
opportunity.
even think
Yeah,
500 is a lot. Like if I make 500 bucks on per account, I'll say I had a really good day.
me as well. Me as well. I catch 25 points. I'm done though,
Yeah,
and that's what it comes down to. And if you guys have a problem with not making money, you don't want to make that's too little for you. Get more funded accounts, and then that number multiplies by how many funded accounts you have. So you guys have everything in front of you to play it safe, to not act like you know a gambler, I guess. Um, and it's just sad because a lot of people get stuck in this constant loophole of like, oh, I just need one payout, I'm gonna get all my money back, whatever. It doesn't work like that. Again, trading will take everything at once from you. There is no, you take this many trades, you take this many funded accounts, eventually you're gonna get one. And it sucks because a lot of people relate day trading to gambling. It's just there's so many similarities. There's so many.
yeah, I can understand the argument, but
It's completely different.
it is very different. I can see, especially from someone who doesn't know much about day trading, how it can look like that, and it's also because a lot of what they see and a lot of what's posted on social media is it's treated like gambling, and probably if they have tried to get into them, it's themselves without like really diving super deep into it. It probably felt like gambling to them. Um, Definitely gets a bad rap. I mean, it's something we've talked about before.
The simple analogy is the smaller time frames you trade on, the more gambling it becomes. It's still not gambling. But I have a couple people, you guys know I traded the 15-second time frame for a long time. I used to just scalp on the 15-second. It was something that I made a lot of money with, but the problem was that I would take these losses, so many losses in a row, and it wouldn't be big losses again. These would be 10, 15 point losses max, where I would just be scalping. I'd take 10 trades in a day at least. And you could have these amazing opportunities, and we usually just be around 1 to 2 RR trades. But my brain just could not handle taking 8, 9 losses in a day. And then, you have a bad week, you take 50 losses. My brain just mentally, it just was, damn, I'm doing a lot of work just to come out with 30, 40 points in a day. And it can work. And there's a lot of people in the mentorship, because I still have videos in there, because people think that I don't do it anymore, that it is patched or something. It's still a great way to trade. I would still trade that way. I recommend people to do it in the afternoon because the volume's a little bit lower. But there's people that do great in there. And it all comes down, and I'm dropping a video on my YouTube today about just like building a personal strategy. There's no right way to do this. And people get so locked into their favorite
I
creators
said
and
the
all this
same
stuff.
exact thing in my video. I said I made a video on how I draw out my zones and how I trade off them. I said I don't want you guys to go on your chart and be like, I need to. Okay, this is exactly how Tells or even Steph or Habibi does it.
Habibi draws his zones different than mine.
Yeah, and I draw them different than you guys. It's just
Exactly.
it's all
And
just
I said
figuring
this
out what
in the
works for
video
you.
that I literally just recorded.
Yeah, so
There,
did I literally did
there
too. That's
is
funny.
no right way to do things, and there is no thing that works. So you're better off doing something that completely is 100% not verified, actually going to help your trade, but making your brain believe that it's going to help your trade. That is how you impact and actually have a better strategy. If I take a trade off of a zone that I just believe is going to play out, it could get completely whacked on. But if it plays out during that trade, I'm extremely confident. And it's all about gaining confidence. People struggle taking trades live because they don't have the confidence to do so. When money gets involved, they run out of their confidence. And they get emotional, and they let it get the best of them, and then the prop firms win. But if you can just do things, and I would recommend them to be stuff that you believe in a lot, but again, make it stuff that you believe in, because when you actually start to trade and you see something like that happen, it rejects off of a zone. That could have just been complete fucking luck that it just stopped right in my zone. It's definitely not, but it could have been. And I take a trade off of it, and it plays out. Boom. I was so confident. I saw my setup. I saw exactly what I wanted to see. It may have just been complete luck, we'll say. And it worked out. And boom, I was super confident taking the trade because, again, that's how I planned it and that's how I drew it out. So even if it's just something that you don't see someone else doing, or someone you tell someone about it and they call it bull crap, whatever, they don't believe it, it doesn't matter. If you can get your brain to believe it, do it. And that's why, again, there's no right way to do this. If you feel confident doing something, do it. It's all about making your brain believe you can do this and believing that you can make money trading. You're going to see the success. And when you do see the success, it's going to feel a lot better because you don't owe anybody anything. You didn't do anything that you don't want to do. You can set up a long-term goal for yourself. You don't want to trade like somebody else in the long term because it will never play out. You don't have the same psychology. You don't have any of the same stuff. And you'll be just better off. So, what should we talk about now? I feel like we did a really good discussion on prop firms. We can talk about what? Just work-life balance, just balancing our outside life with trading and I guess the efforts you have to put into um, outside of trading to see success because people think that you
Well, this is
just
kind of what I was bouncing off what I said earlier. I feel like I've done the best in trading the least amount of time that I've put into it. And
like
it's
during like each day.
like literally each day. I back tested a little yesterday and I probably will today, but I don't spend hours doing it anymore. I maybe, 30, 45 minutes, an hour max. Because it really doesn't take that long, especially once when you really know your strat and exactly what you're looking for, I can backtest a week in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a big
so,
misconception. Like people believe that you have to sit on the chart or backtest for 8 hours.
oh yeah, not at all.
That's just bad habits, honestly. That'll just lead you into
For me, that's what I'm saying. Like for
wormholes.
me, looking at the chart that much, I'm having dreams about trading, and then I'm waking up and I'm hopping on the charts and I'm like screwing myself over because I'm like,
Yeah.
it's all I'm thinking about.
You don't, and that's that. Like you want to talk again. You kind of talked about it yesterday, but like analysis paralysis. Remember how I told you about all that when you were diving into these strategies and stuff? You just everything started to
Yeah, it's just
contradict
doing too
itself.
much and everything just kind of starts to become blurry. I think that's like a perfect description of it. It just could be everything. It becomes very foggy, very cloudy. And it almost, well, this is, so someone in the Q&A last night was talking about how he was getting into ICT concepts or smart money concepts, whatever you want to call it. And he felt like it was just like a lot. And as someone who used to really look into that shit, I would even go as far to say that I ate, slept, and breathed that shit. Um, I feel like I was almost forcing myself to see shit on the chart because there were so many components of taking a trade. Liquidity sweep, high time frame liquidity sweep, small time frame, the breakup structure, the retest of your order block or like fair value gap, and then I feel like I would almost force myself to see shit on the chart, and then in turn I would be forcing trades. Um, and I have a lot more simple way of trading now. My trading now literally consists of drawing two zones before a market opens, and if price gets above it, I look to take longs, and if price gets below it, I look to take shorts, and it's really that simple now. And I trade much better than I did before, and it's just I feel like it's just less is more. I'm looking for less, and
Exactly.
I'm not so foggy because I'm not forcing myself to see something on the chart that isn't there anymore. Um,
Okay, how about this question we have? So someone was talking about how you said you would want to work at a bar or whatever. You said if you didn't play out. Someone said, "Bro, tell us how you say you're 20 but work at a bar. I don't get it."
Oh yeah, I forgot. I saw that comment too. I replied to him. I said, "In Florida, you're allowed." This is one thing I learned about Florida.
You can do anything.
One thing I learned about Florida. I'm from New York, and it's very where I was from was very like very red, very kind of I'll even say rednecky, but like New York is generally a very blue state. When I came down here, like I mean, I'm not complaining. I like it down here. I love it down here. I'm like, what? I'm like, they don't. You can do whatever the fuck you want here. You can work at a bar. You can serve alcohol. So yeah, one, you can serve alcohol when you're um, you just have to be 18.
Yeah, you have to be
You
18.
just have to be 18 to serve alcohol. So I was a bartender. It was super fun. Um, but yeah, it's sick. They don't care. So my old roommate, actually his car was missing the front bumper, and I said if a cop saw you in New York like that, you would get pulled over and ticketed so fast. He never once ever got pulled over, for it,
Yeah, that's pretty
and it
normal
was.
around here.
I know. It's like I've seen people with their window like duct tape windows. I'm like I've never seen some. I've seen it in New York City before, but like not as much as I have here. You don't
Okay,
even.
hey, wait. Let me talk about
Sorry,
this.
I got
No, you're
very
good.
into
You're
them.
good. So someone said this is great. We have an ICT nice person. Wow, rare. Spence Shea 225. He said, "I'll be honest. I trade ICT myself, but I completely agree. When you guys say the ICT community is like a cult, there is so much hate, and they think that if you don't trade like them, you are wrong. I have no problem with what people's strategies are. If you make money consistently, respect to you. And that's exactly the
I
breakdown.
agree.
I don't give
That's
a
I've even
fuck how
said.
you
I've said
trade.
I don't care. I don't care if you trade IC. I'm not. I have never said ICT concepts or whatever you want to call it doesn't work. I believe that it absolutely can. I know people that do it and make money doing it. I think anything can work. I've always said, literally since day one, I think any strat can work. And you even said you agree, right? You say
Yes,
even if it's
bro. If you
as
trade
just
Saturn's
as long as
rings
you're
like Habibi
confident, yeah.
does, if you look in your telescope and you see Saturn has 7 rings or 6 on
And
depending
you
on the
know
day,
what?
and you take ones.
If you're making money, then who
I
am I
don't care
to fucking tell you
exactly.
that you shouldn't be
And that's
trading that
another
way?
thing that
Like,
happened yesterday when the dude who we talked about yesterday made a video responding to my video on him, and he said, "Look at all my students. They're passing funded accounts, all this stuff. Just saw this. They passed 500 accounts. Holy crap!" Is the difference between a mentorship like that and a mentorship like how I give out? There is not a single person who trades my strategy in my mentorship, and I'm very proud of that because I don't want to have it like a printing press where I just you come in here, boom, here's my strat, get the fuck out, go make money, boom, here's my strat, go
oh
here,
yeah, for
here's my
sure.
strat, here's my strat. Everybody trades completely different. And I do give out videos where I talk about my strategy and talk about it in depth, exactly what I like to look for. But in reality, I'm not gonna set you up just like how I say going to college I think is bad because you get stuck in this one lane for the rest of your life. I'm not gonna make you spend all this money and you learn one way and you feel so obligated to now trade like that and now you're kind of limiting yourself and you're not giving yourself that freedom that you really need to have when you're trading. You need to have freedom and not have to worry about trying to make money so you can pay for this or trying to make money so you can give someone that or have to trade a certain strategy because you spent $3,000 learning the education. So those are all things that I think are really important. And just again, it doesn't matter how you trade. You can trade however you would like, but I just would suggest just please make sure you're doing it and for love of the game, honestly. Someone said Shane said this podcast is actually so entertaining. I don't
Appreciate you, bro.
yeah, I don't
I
we're
feel like I've been
making
getting a
money.
lot more comfortable. Like I'm just like speaking from the heart now. I feel like that's when
I'm
the most
I'm
there's
I'm
anything.
very comfortable. Yeah, like I'm great, dude. I mean, I do this anyways, but it's just, if we can make money, my thing has always been trying to make trading fun, like or just like money, young
Yeah.
money stuff. Business, it's super boring. I don't like, how,
I mean, I really
so
enjoy doing this because I love to just like make videos and I love being in front of cameras. Not to
oh,
like
I
because
know.
I want everyone to be like, oh, look at me, look at what I'm doing. I've always loved to make videos and everything of that nature. It's
We're gonna
just
have people saying this for the rest of our podcast career. We said Tells won the homeless debate last vid.
I'm
I
not gonna
completely
lie. I think the
disagree.
majority picked
I
me from all the
completely
comments
disagree.
that I saw. I think I won the
There is
majority vote so
no
far.
shot. Comment right now if you think I won the debate.
I saw 3 people in Discord at least say that I know for a fact, and 2 comments that said I won. So that's 5 for me.
I
Right
haven't
there.
had a single person say they think I was right. But hey, I mean, I guess we all have a different opinion. Yeah, so someone said, why do you both have to be thirst traps with them shorts? That's why I kept my pants on today.
I actually changed into pants, but it was because I was cold.
I believe
You
it's
guys always
Sharina.
be saying I'd be rocking the booty shorts, but
My
I'm
shorts
just
were low key sticking up, man, a little, but it was just because I was sitting down, man. I do like to wear shorts. I'm not gonna lie. He said, "U of A jersey goes hard from Steph, and setup looks way better. Keto from membership. Keto, bro, you're always commenting, dude.
yeah. Keto,
Love you,
where's
bro.
my compliment on my Argentina jersey, bro?
I
Like
hate Argentina.
the
Any
fuck.
soccer fans in here, football, whatever you want to call it. I know ball like crazy. I am very versed in the football world. I am a France diehard. My dad was from France, so I have full credit to Bandwagon. They're the best team in the world. I hate Argentina with all my passion. I literally almost cried when they beat us in the World Cup, but it's okay. Messi, goat. I get it. He solidified his his life, but yeah. Let me see. Not gonna lie, you're not.
She just took a marker.
Yeah,
She just
Bella.
took a marker from the whiteboard.
Bella. Not gonna lie, you're not really a good trader in my opinion because you don't really use any other confluences besides your zones.
I'm gonna say something.
Please
Can
go.
I be
Well,
honest
it's
with you
just
for a
not
sec? Can I be
true.
honest
It's
with you
just
for a
not
second?
true. Okay, well, can you just rant about it? But
Yeah.
it's just not. That's just
Okay,
not
listen,
true.
I'm gonna kind of get a little off, not super off topic, but one, I just really encourage you guys to, if you're going to leave comments like this, I very much urge you to educate yourselves first because it's just not true. Anyone that knows Steph or I or is in the Discord knows that that's just not true. And if you are in the Discord and that's the way that you think, I truly do believe from the bottom of my heart that you are just misinformed. And I'm not blaming you for it. I just feel like a lot of people in this day and age, they love to just kind of talk just because, and they, without having really done, like, if something comes up and I don't know too much about it, I will openly admit and say I don't think I am qualified to speak on such subject because I don't know enough about it, right? I only like to speak on a certain subject if I feel like I am qualified to speak on it by having enough knowledge about said topic, like what we talked about yesterday, like trading in general, like being a young entrepreneur, chasing all of these things. It kind of, I started an account at the beginning of this year on TikTok where I kind of just, it's just a lifestyle account. Like, it doesn't really have a certain niche. Recently, I've been posting more trading content on it, but it's pretty much anytime I kind of just get some thoughts or stuff, it's kind of like a little mini podcast. Like, I'll go onto my phone, I'll record myself just talking. I'll talk about like how I traded today, or I'll talk about like some ideas I have, maybe some like business stuff that I'm doing. Just like generally, just like kind of updates on my life and just, things of that nature. And sometimes I will just get people who comment just negative shit for no reason. And I have less than 500 followers on that account. Like I said, I started it at the beginning of this year, so I've only been posting on it for like a few weeks. And it just pisses me off, bro, because I'm like, who the fuck are these actual NPCs? And if this is one of you guys, I'm calling you out right now. If you do this, you need to stop. If you are scrolling on TikTok and you come across a video that has like 10 likes and it's someone talking about something they're doing and you take the time out of your day to comment some bullshit on it, you got to stop doing that shit, bro. Because first of all, it makes you look like a total loser and you have no life. Because the people that do that shit on my videos, the first thing I think is that this person has no life, that they're taking the time out of their day to comment on my post that has 12 likes. And I'm not bothering you in any way, shape, or form. So what the fuck does it matter to you? I pray for these people. I really do, because I know, it's on them. So that's my little spiel. The person who commented that comment on, I'm not coming at your neck. I know that kind of sounded like I might have was coming at your neck, but
Kind of sounded like it, but I mean, you came at us, so we self defense, I guess. Almost good to wrap it up. We're out of questions, so please, if, in the future, please leave any questions.
yeah,
you want us to
always
answer.
leave questions, guys. It gives us stuff to talk about and it gets good conversation going. But I want to sorry, I'm still wrapped up in what I was talking about before. If you guys are like posting on social media, I want to talk about like how OP posting, trying to build your personal brand is real quick. I think that we should do a little segment. We've been going for 49 minutes. I say we get this up to an hour, but I think like building, that's a big reason why I'm very grateful for the platform that without Steph and the Discord and these connections I made, I would not nearly have been able to like get this much recognition as fast as I have, and I'm extremely grateful for for all of that. And I thank you guys so much. And it's super dope, and I'm gonna continue to keep doing it. But I feel like building a personal brand in these days is extremely important, and just being yourself on camera. It's why I started posting on that TikTok account that I was just talking about. It's because like this is one of my videos. I said, I bet that posting on social media has crossed your guys' mind at least once, and you were probably like kind of scared to, because you're afraid of being judged by people, and it definitely comes with it. Steph, I'm sure you can say you've had a fair share of being judged by posting on social media.
No, I don't give a fuck.
Exactly, and that I've gotten to the point where I fully don't give a fuck either, and I'm willing to totally come on here, just be myself, talking to this mic like I would. How I talk into this mic is the exact same way that I talk to Steph when we're just hanging out on a day-to-day basis, and I think it's really cool because I know there's people out there that are gonna fuck with me, and I want to build this kind of niche audience of people who support me, and I feel like I can help them as well, and I think it's a win-win situation. Also, for anyone trying to build a business, I feel like having a personal brand is extremely important, especially these days, because if you do it the right way, it can give you this niche audience to possibly become clients of yours, or that you can sell your product to. So take that as you will. I kind of just wanted to put that out there a bit, but social media, like, man, the more I think about it, it's just crazy. I feel like people extremely underestimate how like insane like social media it is, and if you have a very strong loyal following, the things that are possible through that. I mean, just take this for example, right? I'd say 90% of the traffic has probably come from, your following or from the Discord, and we're just going absolutely crazy. It's super sick to see. And it just, kind of goes to show the endless possibilities, and all you have to do is just be yourself, and reach the people that are gonna fuck with you. There's people out there, who are gonna see your content or who are gonna follow you just because they like who you are, and all you have to do is just fire up the camera and be yourself. I think it's pretty sick.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Um,
you just gotta dye your hair and just like work out hella. And you just
yeah, I mean,
throw some
I didn't
hollows
dye my
DC.
hair for other people. I mean, I dyed my. Why did I dye my hair? I dyed my hair because
We just
We
decided
were
to
at Target, and Marco, one of our friends, he was like, "Someone should dye their hair."
and
And
I went.
dude, I'm not gonna.
I like red and top.
I love it now, bro. Like now that I've kind of got it cut on the sides too, and you can see the dark
It
shade
looks great, dude.
underneath. Like I love it so much. Now, also when I look at pictures of myself when I have dark hair, I feel
So
like I look like
different.
a different person. But
So different.
um,
Yeah, we gotta get
yeah,
haircuts again.
no,
Yeah.
I know.
And that's another like, man, I hope TikTok just gets this whole stuff situated, man. TikTok is the best app ever.
Easily, bro. I've been saying it. TikTok is the goat social media, bro.
Like we met our like I all I did was look up barbers in Tampa, found my barber, bro. Such a cool guy. Drove out to get him, talked to
TikTok
him.
is so sick and unique because it gives you feel. I feel like as a small creator, I have just as equal opportunity
Yes.
as like anyone else to
Yes.
kind of
Followers do
just.
not matter at
That's
all.
what I'm saying. Like I've posted a video before and got a million views on like a brand new account. It's just super cool. I love the TikTok algorithm is super unique, and I think that's one of the reasons that TikTok has been so successful is because it really feels like anyone can do it. Anyone you can just fucking blow up on this platform. Like
Yeah,
for just
and it just comes down to also like, you can't like look up things to do in Tampa on Instagram or like
no,
you,
Instagram search
it's
shit
so
is
weird.
it's
So
whack, bro.
weird.
It's
It
like
makes no
broken.
sense at all why it is like how it is. But YouTube is like or TikTok is like it's like Google but short form videos. And it's like you get the impression from like not ads, you don't get any like sponsored stuff. It's just like dudes experiencing like those like you look up things to do. It'll just be a random dude, no sponsors or anything, just doing stuff in the area, like finding stuff. And I looked up barbers in Tampa, found my barber. He made videos. I hit him up. We linked up, and it was super crazy, bro. And now he's our barber,
And
bro.
he gave us some fire
Yeah,
ass
he
cuts.
snapped, bro. I'm not gonna lie, dude.
I
He
can't wait
was
to go
dog.
back.
Nah,
I'm gonna
he
get it
is a
right, bro.
dog, bro.
For the hinge dates.
All right, yeah, you want to talk about that a little bit? You've been
I don't think we need to get too
Mark is a
too deep into
bachelor
that.
man now, and
No, we
it's
don't need
just
to get too deep into that.
it's
It's
just
just
great, just hoping your endeavors work well, man.
thank you.
But we've been in the gym like crazy. I've low key, I had a big slump from working out. Just so much going on in my life. I'm a very busy person. I always have stuff to do. So the gym just kind of fell out of interest for me. When I was playing football, working out, I was working out 4 times a day. I was in the best shape of my life. I was benching 300 pounds. I was literally so cut. I was so swole. I was 225 pounds. Now I'm in the 195 area. So I lost a bunch of weight, lost a bunch of muscle just from not working out because back then I had a motive to work out. I was working out to get stronger. I was playing linebacker, so I needed to put on the weight, needed to get strong. Once I lost, obviously, that whole situation, I stopped playing football. It was kind of like, why am I even doing this? So it kind of just fell out of interest for me. And now, like a year and a half later, I've really locked back in on the gym. We've been going every day. I'm feeling great. I'm looking better than I have before, man. And I'm trying to get back to if I
Yeah,
can be
dude.
225 again, bro. That is
Bro,
such a
it was
compliment.
my goal to be like 200 pounds, but I have a very fast metabolism. Like I started lifting probably like about 3 years ago. I want to say I was 125 pounds, 6 feet tall. So you guys can imagine what I used to look like. I was very skinny, and I'm probably 170, maybe a little over 170. It is so hard for me to gain weight now. Like I would have to really, really dedicate myself to eating a lot if I wanted to get to 200. And it's kind of come down off my priority list because, like you said, I think of my reasoning for starting to work out wasn't for sports or anything. It was just because I got made fun of. I used to get made fun of that my girlfriend weighed more than me.
Was it true?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it was. And anytime I used to get all my skinny dudes out there, bro. I know y'all know how it feels, bro. People wrapping their fucking fingers around your wrists, getting jokes that you're gonna get
I have
blown.
pretty small wrists, bro.
People that
Right?
you're.
Like you,
That's the thing. Everyone does that shit, but I feel like you can do that to everyone.
I have really
But
big
just all
forearms,
the
too.
jokes. Do your parents? How my? I remember the first time I went to my old girlfriend's house, the one who weighed more than me. Not necessarily because she was overweight, but because I was majorly underweight. They, her parents like, your parents even feed you. I just got so sick of hearing all that shit, so I started
You
working
bossed
out. I
up.
started eating. But now I'm a lot more confident in myself and my body. So I feel like, back then it was my goal to get like huge and look like fucking C-bum. And now it's just like, I'm confident in myself. I would consider myself to be, pretty strong, especially for my weight. So, it's more about keeping a healthy lifestyle now. I think more than anything. I'm definitely trying to get stronger, of course, but it's just my goals have changed definitely. Gym wise, I feel your goals for everything change over time as you learn
Yeah,
more,
it's
get
all
more
relative.
experience. Yeah,
Well, I mean,
it's different for everyone for sure.
I think this is it, man. I
Yeah.
appreciate you guys watching. Thank you guys again. Please subscribe. We're trying to get to 1,000 subs. That would be
Yeah, we were. I
crazy.
think we're going crazy. Like genuinely, the support on this shit has been insane, bro. I'm super excited with just the way this is going, and we're planning on getting some people on here soon, which I'm really excited for as well.
No, we got a couple of people set
Um,
up. We just need to get some new hardware, and we'll be pushing even better going forward. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe, and we will see
yes.
you guys very soon. We're not gonna record on the weekends, but we're expecting at least three to four videos a week.
Yeah,
I would
probably
say.
just the same schedule that we had this week. I think
Yeah,
we're gonna do four because today's Friday, or no, today's
it'll be
Thursday. So
uploaded on
yeah,
Friday,
yep.
Friday afternoon. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe. We will see you guys next time.
Peace out, boys. Love y'all.